Good day, wonderful math children. Today, we're going to be talking about solving a proportion and understanding how to solve missing values in proportions. So, if you remember, a proportion is what? Yes, a proportion is two ratios that are equal to each other. 1/2 equals 2/4. Now, how can you check to see that this proportion is true? How can we check this proportion to see if it's true? Well, we can cross multiply. We can say, all right, 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4, and 4 equals 4, so it works. If we wanted to write this out as an actual math problem, we would say, all right, 2 times 2 equals 1 times 4. 2 times 2 is 4, equals 1 times 4 is 4. 4 equals 4. That's how we would write this out if we really wanted to do the math problem. Now, let's say I do 3 fifths and 7 tenths. I'm going to say, is this a proportion? And we can say, all right, well, let's check. 5 times 7 equals 3 times 10. Let's check our math. 35 equals 30. No, this is not a proportion. It's not a proportion because my math problem, cross multiplying, they're not equal. Okay, so this is going to be the basis of how we start solving proportions with unknown values. That was weird. With unknown values and understanding how to do that. So let's start with the equation. We'll say we have 5/8 equals some amount of 12ths. 5/8 equals some amount of, let's not do 12ths. Let's not do any of this math. We'll do 16ths. 5/8 equals some amount of 16ths. And when we don't know an amount, we put an x here. So we don't know how many 16ths there are, but we do know that there's some amount of 16ths. So if we wanted to write this out as a math problem, we would say, just like we would say if we knew this x, we would say 5 times 16 equals 8 times x. 5 times 16 is 80. 8 times x is 8x. And then whenever we're solving an equation and trying to find the variable, we need to divide by whatever is right there. 8 divided by 8 gets rid of it. 80 divided by 8 is 10 equals x. Now we've been able to know what is the value of this missing number. It's 10. 5/8 equals 10/16. All right, well, what if we had something like, we'll say 2/6 equals some amount of ninths. 2/6 equals some amount of ninths. Well, let's do the same thing. We're going to cross multiply. 2 times 9 equals 6 times x. 2 times 9 is 18. 6 times x is 6x. We're going to divide both sides by 6 to get x equals 3. 2/6 equals 3/9. Okay? So that's how we can solve these proportions. We can solve any proportion using this method, saying that when we cross multiply, one of our sides will have an x to it, and then we want to solve for x. Okay, what if I had something like, I don't know, let's do 10 eighths equals some amount of thirds. 10 eighths equals some amount of thirds. Don't love this one, but we're doing it because I already wrote it down. All right, 10 times 3 equals 8 times x. It's helpful to write these things out. Remember, we always want to be writing our problems out. This is 30 equals 8x. Divide by 8, divide by 8. 30 divided by 8 is going to be 3. It's going to be I don't know what 8 goes into 67 times. What is this? 54. No, 56. 45. 3.75. So there would be our answer, 3.75. All right. Let's say, and this is all, this is what we're doing today. This is our topic. We are solving for missing proportions. Let's say I have 6/15 and some amount of tenths. All right, well, let's do our math. 6 times 10 equals 15 times x. 6 times 10 is 60. 15x. Divide by 15. Divide by 15. X equals 4. And we can keep this going all the livelong day, solving proportions by cross multiplication. All right, so what I want you to do before we head out for the day is to solve this proportion for me. 25 over 20 equals 60 over x. X equals what? All right, good luck, children. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.